What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. It is January 17th, y'all. We already halfway through the month. We already halfway through it, y'all. So, baby, time flies. You hear me? Time flies. Welcome to another SW Live. We are in the building. We are happy to be here. and I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. That's big of you. All right, so welcome to Wednesday. As you see, the name of the show of today is We the People, and this is a segment that I wanted to do because I wanted to hear, to get what the people think on these things, but also just just have the conversation of certain things that go on in our communities that or within our lives or in our friendships, anything. Um that we don't have proper discussion over or we have expectations for and don't know how to even penetrate the surface of you even giving the same thing that you're expecting. So that's what we're gonna do today. So first and foremost, y'all know I'm gonna jump into this quote of the day, right? But I saw something on Facebook that said, what are you starting to like less and less as you get older? And I was like, that's intriguing. What do people, you know, like less and less of as we age? And I think it's interesting that that question came up. I want y'all to think about that or whatever um as the show goes on, because it's not my quote of the day, but I wanted that to be a question. What do you like less and less as you age? Like, real deal. Drop that in the comments. That's a real deal question. um I don't know why I don't put this on my phone. Like, less and less as you age. What do y'all like less and less as you age? Think about it now, because I don't want you to just answer real quick and then you be sitting there like you don't really feel that way, but you said that because that's what you're thinking at the moment. But I want this to be something that you actually think about, that you actually seek validation from yourself, that this is something I really don't like for real. Like, as I get older, I can deal without this. So that was a question I saw on Facebook, y'all. I think that is hilarious. I want y'all to, before I jump into the quote today, I just want y'all to what do you just answer that? Like, think about your response though, but I do want you to answer the what do you like less and less as you age, because I consider our things that we were into when we were younger, those things change as we age. We don't have the same interest in things. If you're trying to keep up with your younger self, you tripping. Don't try to play yourself out here now, because we're not trying to we're getting older for a reason, but we're not trying to be stupid as we age and be like, I done did that so I can continue doing that. No, it's not true. Everything you've done back then you cannot do all the time. You can't do now. I used to be able to take me and my me and my sister used to be able to take 24 shots of tequila in a setting. You think I could do that now? No. No, absolutely not. I don't stay in I'm gonna get better at it, but I don't stay in the same shape that I used to stay in when I was younger either. I'm not running as much. I'm not doing anything that can make me do the same things that I was able to do then as well. So why would I sit here and think that I'm not supposed to have things that I don't like anymore as I age? That's silly. So think about that. What do you like less and less as you age, as you get older? Things that you would not even dream of doing today. Tell us. Let us know what are you doing now that you definitely will not be that you definitely did as a kid? What are you not doing now that you did when you were 20 years ago? Cuz things was different. All right. So, quote of the day. I do want y'all to respond to that though, but just think about it a little bit. Let me know what y'all think about that one. People, quote of the day, people with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. Ew. When I picked this quote of the day, I was like, that's interesting. Cause I like the quote. So I definitely um respect it, but I'm also like I was also in a thought process of like at first I was like, but I knew what the quote meant, but it was just so direct. It was just like so boom. So um people with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. Author unknown. Author unknown. So to me, in all in my personal opinion, I took that this response was that this quote meant that anytime that you stand up for something, or anytime that you have a different opposition for something that could be done a different way, it always is going to come off to somebody else, at least one or two people in the same audience, as if it's terrible, or if it's like wrong, they got to challenge it, or you know what I'm saying, because people, I don't know what it is about that though. Like I've never understood, like, just because you have a different opinion about it doesn't make my opinion wrong. But instead of you just saying, well, I respect your opinion, we can move on, you rather argue that my opinion wrong just because I don't agree with your opinion. And we have humans have a time with being able to accept that people are going to have a different opinion than you. So once somebody speak up and they have tenacity and they say what they feel and they say how they feel, now they're the problem. They're the person who always starting something, or they're the person who is like, because I feel this way, you don't, just because you don't feel the same way I feel, I'm wrong. And I've never just sat on my hands like this right here and just allowed somebody to tell me I was wrong about something just because they have a better stance on the situation than I do. That don't mean you right. Nobody just ever challenged it. We can work together in the same capacity with both ideals. But instead of doing that, we just want to battle. I don't got time for that. I don't have time to sit up and battle with you about everything. I want to get through this. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get through this. So yeah, you find yourself having situations as such. Okay. That's the quote. Like, so another thing with the quote, having courage and character, it doesn't always mean you always have to say something either. Sometimes you have to have courage not to speak up about it. Sometimes you like, and I'm talking about certain situations because it may be what you need to say isn't for everyone in that room. So with that being said, you may have to wait until you leave a certain situation, or you exit a certain situation, or whatever, because everybody may not be, it may not be the answer for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like your what you have to give to that person may not be for the next person. So sometimes it's wise not to speak it, or let it come out, or let it whatever. However, let me I gotta grab my drink. However, like everything ain't always to put out there seeking a response or validation, because your response may only need to go for one other person or this other person. So you wouldn't need to even gather yourself enough to be like, let me just back up because I don't want to ruin this or I don't want to ruin that. You want to at least go with it with the thought process of what you're saying is substantial. You have a reason to put it out there with that information, and you can back it up. But Don't just get quiet just because somebody else has a disagreement with your opinion. Like, that ain't the way you got to do that, because then that's stupid. It's like, oh, you shutting me up. I'm like, no, I just have a different opinion than you. So, yeah. All right. That's that. That's the quote of the day. People with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. So just continue to speak your mind, but do it in respectful manners. You don't always have to come across as like this real strict, broad, like person. You can just be a normal human. Just say things, say what you need to say, but just say it in a way that somebody can take what you're saying without feeling like, you know, you hurting somebody's feelings or you're trying to step on somebody's toes. Everything can be done in a respectful manner. All right. So we're gonna jump into the show. I do feel like the quote was definitely for some, it was very it took some specifications and made people, it makes you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, it at least gives you that opportunity to alleviate some of the negative thoughts that you might have because you speak up. This is to kind of like help you along the way so you can be more prepared for your journey when it comes to being that person who needs to have that courage and that character. Don't always feel like because you speaking up and saying this and saying that you stepping on toes. That's not, it's not true. Like I said, it's a way to do everything. All right, jumping into the show. The first topic of the day is why are people so concerned with who gets their plates first? What's been going on with that? I really been dying laughing watching y'all post, because baby, one thing about it, I'm gonna fix my being his plate. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody can talk against it, have an issue with it. I don't care about none of that. I'm gonna do what Shelby want to do in our house. But what is the issue? Why are people so concerned with that? I'm really start. I haven't spoke on this because it's been going on for a while, but I recently saw that it was brought back up again in another topic. And I got a topic, y'all, that's at the end of the show that's gonna blow y'all mind, because I know a lot of black women be real mad when other races be telling us about ourselves and want to speak on us. Yeah, we get real in our business about that. So I got a conversation, a topic that popped up on my timeline a couple days ago, and I slid it into the conversation because I was like, oh yes, we got to get the people talking, because this is a conversation that make you realize that other people do be watching y'all. Like, that's how they're able to mimic. That's how they're able to try to be those people who are trying to be better at being us than we are. Y'all got to make sure y'all don't miss the last topic. But this topic, okay, why are people so concerned with who gets their plate first? What is the main problem with that? Like, why is that a question? Why is that a topic? I really want to know that. I want to know, why is it such a big deal with who gets their plate first? Mm-mm-mm. And when I ask that question, I'm asking it because I want to know more so, why does it matter? Because ain't everybody gonna eat, for one. That's number one. But number two, um, why does what one person do in their house matter to the next person's house? I'm very interested in that. Like, why, if I got what, if we doing in my house what makes me and my house happy, and it come up in a conversation because y'all we talking about it, and I tell you what we doing, and it's a problem with y'all, why would it be a problem with y'all? Why would something like that even be a problem with y'all? Why do what me and my children and my family do over here matter so much to what y'all doing over there? If you want to be guided in your relationship, you could talk to somebody about that. You can ask them questions. You can try to have things to figure out why you do what you do. But why would you feel that it's okay to think that what somebody else do in their house is going to be a representation of what you do in yours? That's weird. Are we not clear on the fact that it's weird that people think that we should be doing what other people doing anyway? Isn't that weird for one? Okay, so why would it not be weird for you to be doing how you operate in your kitchen and operate in your home establishment going to be questionable to another person? Why is it? Why would that even be a topic of conversation outside of the time that we had that conversation? I'm confused. If you are allowing an outside party to be a voice for what you have going on inside of your establishment, then your building has leaks. That your building has leaks. You cannot be having leaky buildings. You got to go ahead and get that taken care of off top. You really do. You can't be having your house messed up like that to where y'all question and stuff like that. What D? What you say? I better get my plate first. Shoot them little kids by the food. Ah. Well, however it go in your house, D. However it go in your house. That's what matters. It don't matter how we feel, right? If you supposed to get your plate first, you supposed to get your plate first. Whatever you and your old lady feel, that's what it is. Nobody on the outside should be like, man, if you ain't getting your plate first, it shouldn't be no outside interaction. That's all I'm saying. Like what you do in your house is what you do in your house. Do whatever you want to do. Because my thought process is everybody gonna eat. What if he get his plate first or not? Got to do with everybody eating in that motherfucker. Like we all gonna eat. I'm confused as hell about that. I've been confused about that for the first time. He gonna deal with this BS today, y'all. If you feed them kids first, your ass better get ready for me to go next door. Why? Why, D? Just speak your mind. Just speak up. Let her know. Hey, I want to have a conversation about who getting the plate first. And most people don't even care about that. But I think it's been a topic of conversation because people have been making it as if that like feeding a man first or feeding kids first is an issue. Like the way they're like, if you feed a man first, it's like you putting that man before your children. And then they're saying stuff like if you feed the kids first, that's the way it's supposed to be. If you feed the kids first, um, you're not respecting that man. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we have to realize how people operate in their own homes is how they operate in their own homes. And if this how you feel, D, that's how you feel. That's what I'm gonna say. If they get their plate before me, you gonna tell them to go over there, you going next door. If they feed the kid before you gonna tell them you going next door. Or to another door, wherever. However, D, but it shouldn't be a question. If y'all already having, if these are conversations that y'all already had, it shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't even be a question. I think that I think that social media has really beefed up a lot of things because one thing we knew that our grandparents and our parents and our great grandparents, they love fixing the place. They love taking care of their men. They love doing things because they love doing it. It wasn't always about, oh, they just made to do it. No, they actually love doing what they were doing. You taking care of your man, making sure your man's belly is full and stable. That's a good feeling. That's a good fit, especially knowing that you provided the goodness and the nutrients that he's enduring. You're helping that. That's just that. Like I don't get it. I'm thinking to myself, who has a problem with this woman fixing her man plate first? Who has a problem? And why is it even a conversation to the point where you feel like you can express yourself to me about what I'm doing with my man? Because what I'm doing over here ain't got nothing to do with you. It's insane that we felt like we've now gotten to that point where we feel like we can have an opinion about what everything that goes on in this world. Shut up. Shut up. Because I mean, certain things cannot just be a conversation to where I need to be talking to Stephanie about something that's going on with me and D. What is that? You better know that if you're going out to have a conversation with your girlfriend, that is not advice that you're really seeking. You're just at least you just want to spout out how you feel for that day. And you got to be careful who you do that to as well. But if you are just spouting out what you feel that day, you're not looking for advice. You know what you're going to do anyway. Because your validation of what I'm going to do in my relationship is not here nor there. I don't have to take your advice. I don't have to take anything. I'm just telling you how I feel. And that thing of feeling like you just because you share certain things with your people that they have to hold it and take it and hold on to it tighter than they holding on to their children. No, we got to stop thinking that our shit is so ingrained as a friend that these people are supposed to embalm it into their life. And no, they still have the opportunity to do what they want to do. We're all adults. These thought processes that we're having that make us feel like we have some type of control over certain situations makes and hurts my heart to know that this is where we still are standing as a culture. We got to get stronger. We do. All right, topic number 2, y'all, because this we I don't even want to say that that's something that people need to even keep having discussions on, because I'm trying to figure out why did it become a popular discussion anyway. I'm so fucking confused on how it became a popular subject. Like, if I'm gonna fix my man plate first, why? Why does it matter what I fix first in my house? Because everybody gonna eat. I keep saying that. Who made that a conversation when everybody's still gonna eat? That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, the next topic is dating stages. Yeah, listen, I've been seeing some horrendous stuff when it comes to this dating stuff, y'all. I really have, and I'm really really scared for anybody that gotta walk out there in this world and just be like, I want to be a part of the dating world because I want somebody. It's a lot of genuine people still out there. Don't get me wrong. We still got real people out here. We still got real, genuine, earnest people. Well, baby, it's some shiesty people out there. It's some shiesty people out there. And I mean, I'm because one thing that I'm learning is that people want you to pay in the pay bills and buy them a whole lot of stuff and all of these different things in the beginning dating stages. When did this become real? What have y'all done out here that y'all have made people think that in a dating stage that they should get $1,000 purse, or where y'all think that a person thinking a dating stage they should be going to eat out at 5-star restaurants that cost $200-$300 every time y'all go sit down? What have y'all done? Y'all ruined real people. Y'all have ruined real people. That's not real. That's not real. It's just not. You cannot think that you're supposed to be buying somebody in the dating stages. That is crazy. I've been really really blown away listening to certain clients conversations, and as I listen and I'm like, and they bought what? How much? What you said they bought? I know how much an LV purse is. So when somebody says that We've been dating for 4 weeks, and for our month anniversary, he bought me an LV purse. And I'm sitting there looking at this lady, thinking to myself, what? He bought an LV purse? That's very interesting. And she was like, and I'm just looking at her because I thought something that was gonna come after that, like something she did for him, something that happened for, like, I don't know. I was thinking that maybe something was gonna come out of her mouth that says she did something for him if he went and bought her an LV purse. So I'm thinking, like, well, what did you do? That's what I'm waiting to hear. I don't hear anything. It's silence now. And I'm completely confused as to why we have men out here committing prostitution and doing and doing tricking stuff right here in the beginning stages of trying to get to know somebody, and then want to turn around and expect them to not always want something. I'm confused about that. Like, how would you think that? Why would you think that that's not how what it's gonna be? You started this off. You started this off this way. You started this off buying me this and that. You started this off doing that. You think I'm about to be like, oh, don't worry about it. No, that girl still want all that and more. Who took modesty out of dating? Why has that become a small thing? Why has getting to know people become something that costs a lot of money? Why does it cost so much just to get to know somebody now? What y'all want to date? Robots? Y'all want to date people that act like everybody else? Like, what's up with that? Men, chime in. What's up with that? Y'all dating? Are y'all dating for love? Are we dating for, like, happiness? Continual love? Like, what are we dating for? If we're not looking to have some seriousness within it. Like, I'm so confused on that, dog. I was like, I know we ain't just got to a whole thing. Tricking it now to date means just to be tricking. You just gotta trick to date, huh? You gotta trick. No, correct me if I'm wrong, because I nobody can't. Because that's what it is. It's tricking now. If you don't want to go and take a person out to a very expensive restaurant, if you ain't buying them bags and buying them stuff like this in a dating part in the dating stage, you can't do. You can't really hang out with them right now. What kind of BS is that? Y'all literally telling me that everything with dating done went to tricking. Y'all really telling me that. Y'all really out here feeling like you gotta go and buy all these expensive things just to go out on a date and have fun with a woman. You really that's what y'all telling me. No. Y'all done fucked up the dating world. Everybody ain't finna be out here tricking. And that's why I said it's still some very, very much so genuine people out here, but they still gonna be rare and few. Because you got everybody so hyped up on this BS over here, like you gotta pay my rent. I gotta do what? Nah, I couldn't even be a man right now. I couldn't even be a man right now. Cause I tell a person real quick, you got me. Oh no. It's crazy. I gotta pay your rent. I gotta take you out to what we have $300 tabs every time we go out to dinner. I gotta do, I gotta I gotta buy bags, I gotta buy purses, I gotta buy this, I gotta buy that. I'm really supposed to be out here with somebody that have their hand out more than they got their hand in their own wallet, paying for their own stuff. Because what they did before I got around, I see it's rough out here. I'm telling you this for a fact. I've never seen such foolishness before in my life. I've never. It's tricking now. Ain't nobody gonna tell me different. You can call it. Y'all can just call it dating. But unless I know it's a genuine situation, it's tricking. It's tricking. It's tricking. It's tricking. That's just what it is. Y'all really got to spend bags on dates. Y'all really got to do that. Y'all really out here dead serious. Can't get to know nobody just regular. You can't just say I want to go meet up to at a library because they got a list of places you can't take them. Y'all out here tricking. Y'all out here tricking. Let's not tricky. Let's not try to change any wording on it. Let's not try to act like that's not what it is. We simply there now. We simply at a point where dating has turned into tricking. So, all right, I'm gonna have to get through this because I told y'all I got a real good topic at the end that I want us to talk about. But I do want y'all to, I do need people to tell me how is it in the day world, what y'all actually doing on these days now, since y'all got lists dropped on y'all about what y'all can and cannot do, where y'all can and cannot go, or are you still gonna look for that authentic person? Because don't give up now. I don't want people to be out here thinking to themselves like it's impossible. Don't think that. No, don't think that. The impossible is not, it's beyond possible. You just got to deal with it the way it is and shake off those people who ain't worth a damn, and then go on get to the next people, because there's some people out here that's really worth it. It's some authentic people out here. It's some really it is. So just get, if you rushing and you just want to hunch on people, you know what I'm saying, that's what you're gonna get. But remember, soul ties out there. As we get older now, our body is communicating more with the people that we're having sexual intercourse with. It's a different thing now. These are soul ties. So whoever you letting enter you is going to have a super duper connection with you. So you just got to make sure that you're picking some of the right people. All right. Next topic. Are you insured? I'm gonna get through this part real quick, but I do want to ask that, like, I want to remind y'all that life insurance is a generational wealth piece as well. Like, because when you pass on, your children and your grandchildren will still have your policies, especially if you got a good policy. A good policy will leave money that they can start doing other things with. Like if y'all got businesses, if y'all have things going on that y'all want to continue to have going on in y'all name and y'all legacy, that's what these policies can do as well. They can help pay for your children to go through school if they want to go through school. They have a lot of different benefits. It's not just let me cash out and get my kid $100,000 a piece per child. It's not just that. You want to make sure that they're putting it in the right places. You want to make sure that you have something written up in your will that gives them the opportunity to put it somewhere that they need to put it as well. So your life goals is not just to make sure that you're having fun after you raise children. You still need to have something in place for them. So there are several different ways that you can do that with life insurance policies. I'm not a life insurance expert, but I do know a few. So if you do need to be pointed in direction, hit me up in my inbox and I'll drop a few names for you that you can hook up with. But I have it for my children because I know if something does happen to me, they may be scatterbrained, especially if it happens while they're still young. If it happens as I get older, it's going to happen. I'm going to leave. So I do need to make sure that they are prepared in any unscrupulous form that they need to be prepared in. So that's going to, it alleviates stress. It takes away a lot of turmoil. You don't have to have fussing and fighting when you already have stuff planned. Have your estates taken care of, have all of your priorities in order. Those are very, very specific things when it comes to insurance. So get insurance and also there are policies that are as low as $20 a month for a full whole life insurance policy. You can do term life. There are different things, there are different policies, but you do want to make sure that you have a good policy that if something does happen, you ain't got to put a whole lot of money into a funeral. You can say, hey, y'all, no more, because they raising the prices on everything anyway. So you got to spend some money just to get buried. Because if they want, you got to spend money just to get picked up out your house while you dead. So you got to spend money. So you got to have something in place. Otherwise, you put your family in a jam. They're gonna have to get payment plans on insurance on at funeral homes that they shouldn't have to do, and then that gives them more stress because they got to figure it out. So take it off their backs. Talk to somebody, get some stuff in place, and yeah, get some insurance. Let me drop that in my comments because I forgot to say that, but get some insurance, y'all. Y'all like my spiel on that? I'm serious about my black people having some insurance. Now, y'all like, did I give y'all enough information that make y'all want to get a policy if you don't have one? What y'all felt about that? Was it good? Was it detailed enough? All right, but get some insurance though. Okay. Um Next topic. I want to ask for the people who are out here dating, because we did skip that real quick. Um, what are good dating spots, since there are lists? Just think about that. Since there are lists that saying where you can and cannot go, where are places that you can go? I can't believe they came up with a list, y'all. Y'all got it hard out here. Y'all got it hard out here. Real hard. All right. Non-black woman. This is my topic that I was telling y'all I wanted y'all to make sure y'all was a part of. There was a non-black woman. Let me type it up in here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Would be if they learned to be a little less, a little more soft. All right. Now I don't want nobody to get mad at me. I'm just reposting what I heard today, and I not today, this week. And I wanted y'all to weigh in on this with me, because it don't tickle me because it'll make me upset. It tickle me because a lot of things have truth to it, but I think it more so be because it's from the messenger than it is that the message is being even delivered or taken into consideration. But the statement is, non-black woman says black women would be winning if they learn to be, that's supposed to be sorry, a little more softer. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about the statement that non-black, that a person who's not black, and this is what we got to get over. It should have just said a woman speaks. A woman says black women would be winning if they learn to be a little bit more softer. That's all it really should have said. Um, but because, and the reason why I say that is because as a black woman myself, we speak on whatever race we want to speak on. We don't really give a damn about that. We don't care who feel a certain type of way. If we want to address what we're gonna address, we're gonna address it. So when I see stuff like a non-black woman says black women, like, I think that be them just trying to create havoc in the media. I always feel like the media is always going to be extra outlandish, and they always trying to create some type of havoc. So we know that. So if you fall into that trap and want to just find you a reason to be mad, that's all that sound like to me. You just want to find a reason to be mad. That's up to you. Do what you do. But the fact still remains is that a woman from another culture decides that she wanted to speak and say that black women would be winning if they learned to be a little softer. Let me just say this, woman of another culture. Black women are always winning. I don't want you to ever feel that is necessary for you to take away the power that we have as winners just to prove your point. Never. I don't want you to ever think that as you address a black woman, that you are to address that black woman as you'd be winning. If no, don't ever do it, because there's no way that you couldn't think that we aren't winning. You guys want to do everything like us. There's not anything that we have that you guys haven't taken or tried to emulate. That's number one. Number two, um other than weave, I don't really know what else y'all think y'all really gave the culture. And the reason why I say weave is because, baby, it's at an all-time high. They wearing that weave, okay? And the weave is straight weave mostly. It's something to make you forget about the kinks and the curls and coils that your hair bring. But other than that, I will say this about your statement. How she know? I don't know, D. I'm not sure how she feels she knows. Maybe she's dated a few black men and they've made her feel like her opinion of what black women do or don't do is valid. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give her at least that pass to say that and that's not a pass. Trust me, she don't get a pass. But I'll say it that way because I don't know if what makes anybody feel like they have learned what it is to be a black woman. So you wouldn't know what it is. But this is what I gathered from that statement. Um, because I don't have a problem with people thinking that black women are not soft or that they're mean, or because we don't, you don't know what a person is going through in their lifestyle, and that's any woman. It's because it's a mean, heartbroken as white women. It's some mean Latinos. It's some mean Haitians. It's some mean people. So we can't even make that a culture thing. But what I will say is this: there are a lot of things that black women, such as myself, will not withstand in relationships. And that's where they feel like they're jeopardizing themselves. They're being treated a certain type of way, and they're being looked over. Because as being that we mostly are raised and taught through our lives that black women should be with black men, and that's what we want. But we also see it on the other foot, and more than none, that when a black man chooses a white woman, it's done in a way of to take away credibility of that black woman. It's never just like, oh, I'm doing this because I just love this white woman or this and this and that. It's strictly to, it has always had some type of connection to something with the mom or something with a past relationship or something with something. It's never just, I just did this because this is what my heart felt or led me to. It's always a discredit. So when we see other cultures and other races utilizing black men that look, and then they are people who are trying to look like us, then we start to feel a certain type of way. That don't mean that as the black woman deals with her black man that she has to treat him in a certain way. She has to be hardcore. And if she does, that's not the black man for her. Or they need to learn ways to make it work to where they don't have to talk to each other so harshly and so negatively. Because there are ways to deal with each other. There are ways to deal with it, us as a general person, without feeling like it has to be so harsh. But because we have the harsh upbringings, we have the harsh dealings with in everyday life, we have the harsh this, we have the harsh that, we're told that we have to put a whole lot of that softness to the side because you're trying to deal with everyday life. But then when you get home to your man, you still stuck on how you having to be treated out in the world. And you forgetting that your man is there to actually be your man. Now, especially if you got a good one. They know. They can tell when you need what you need because they're giving it to you regularly, just like you giving it to them regularly. But don't allow the outside forces to to take away your softness as a woman in general. So when this person made that statement that a non-black woman says that we will be winning, we always like I just gotta say it. There's never been a time we haven't been winning ever in history. Even when we was having to put our nipples in y'all babies' mouths, there's never been a time that we weren't winning. But being a little bit more softer, I don't take that as a criticism, because like I said, these things happen in all cultures. These type of women exist in all cultures. It don't just exist within the white people, the black people culture, within the black culture. That you deal with tough women. You're gonna deal with tough women because of their narrative and where they came from, or what they have to deal with on a regular basis. You're gonna deal with tough women, but you're gonna also deal with soft women. And then when y'all get a woman that y'all feel like too soft, y'all run over her. So you got to take your picks and chooses with these things. You got to know the fact that these women exist. They're going to always be there. There's no stop saying that I wish people still exist, or I hope this they still out there. They are. You just because you're rushing it and not giving it the opportunity don't mean that they're not out there. You just looking for something in a place that is not for you anymore, especially in certain areas of the cities you live and certain places of the places you hang out. If you still hanging out in some of the same old places you've hung out in before, you can't expect a different type of outcome with these people. You got to move on and go to another place. But I'm not even, that's why I said I'm not even stuck or concerned with the fact that she said that we need to be a little bit more softer. I know very, very tough black women. I know them. I used to be one of them. I know what it is to lower some of my masculine energy. I never felt like I had it, but I know it's there. I know when when it's needed. I know when it's not. But if I'm dealing with my person, I shouldn't have to feel like that energy needs to come out. So it's the battle with black women is knowing that they can trust the person that they're with, so they don't have to have utilize that masculine energy. It's important. So when when other cultures speak on us and try to say all these reckless things about who they think we are and who they think we should be, who really gives a fuck? Who really give a fuck? We don't. You don't know what it is that that person is dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So you can tell her how to be and how to live. Same thing with that man. But what we need to do less of is be more guarded with our person. And I mean that from the bottom of my soul, y'all. Be free with that person. If you don't have anybody that you can be free with, that you can just be like, um, um, that this is somebody I can trust, this is somebody I can let this come out, and just be overly me. If we don't have that, I need y'all to work on getting that, even with the person that you're with. If they're willing to work on who they are, you should be willing to work on who you are. We do need some work, but it's not up to someone else to prescribe what we need to fix ourselves. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They have no general idea to be able to do that. So shut up. I said earlier, Diallo, that like sometimes it's easier not to say nothing, especially if you feel like you wise enough to and have the answers to most things. Be quiet. Tell it to that person when they come seek that from you. But you don't. The room might not need to hear it. The room might not need to hear it. Yeah, but we do need help. We do have things that we have to work on amongst ourselves. We do have a lot going on that needs to be done. And I'll never take that away from us as a culture. But I like you said, that's a within thing. We have to do that within. And we can do it. We can do it. All right. So yeah, that's the show for today, y'all. Stop tricking. Go out on some real dates. do it for real. Do it because you really want to do it and because you know that this is something you really want. Like, don't be out here going broke, spending your money on things that ain't gonna last more than 5 minutes. Don't do it. Don't do it now. It ain't worth it now. But if you just like tricking and you just want to keep tricking, do that. Now, I will say that if you just enjoy tricking, keep tricking. You ain't got to worry about trying to be serious with nobody because that's not really your goal. But if you are looking for something real, get something real out here. Don't just be sitting back, holding yourself back from being a nice gentleman or a wonderful lady. Get you somebody. But for those who like tricking, enjoy it. Cause it's real out here. Y'all real life out here tricking. Y'all real life out here tricking. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for always tuning in and giving me the time, the space, and the energy to have in your lives. Thank y'all for that. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy y'all evening. Continue being great. And I'll see y'all next week. All right. Y'all take care now. Peace. Peace.